Howdy, ladies and gents. I'm Sal's Hart. Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. This game is not suited for children or those who are easily disturbed. I want to show this part as a kind of... I know what this game is. I've seen a full playthrough of it way back in the day. I'm sure everyone knows what this game is. Let's get through this and I'll explain. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like review details, content warnings, which contain spoilers? Would like to review detailed content warnings? No, I'm not going to review detailed content warnings, but I know what's in the game. There's self-harm. There's a lot of bad stuff. There's self-harm. There's a lot of messed up stuff. To put it simply, if you are not okay with self-harm, saying if you're okay with it, that sounds weird, but if it disturbs you, if it messes with you, if self-harm, depression, stuff like that messes with you, don't watch this. That's right out the gate, don't watch it. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to our exposure of highly disturbing content. I'm agreeing. I know what the game is. I remember the end. I remember a lot about this game because I've watched Jacksepticeye play it. And on the surface, it looks really, it looks harmless, if you would. But the gist of it is, think of an anime dating game. There you go. The messed up stuff comes later. I remember what it is for the most part. If you guys aren't okay with self-harm, self-deletion, stuff like that, then steer clear. If you're cool with that stuff, if it doesn't necessarily bug you, have a watch. Enter my name. We're using this. And I got this because it was for cheap. Oh yeah, I'm about to do voices. Fuck. My voice is really fucked up right now. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. I get that. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and sit and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Silas. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. That's not true. Whatever you say, Sayori. I can't do any voices today, man. My throat's been jacked up for a couple days. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Silas. There we go, we'll do that. Have you decided on a club to join yet? Ha ha ha! Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did? Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Bro, same. Deadass, that was me in high school. Games, anime, horror movies, lots of Supernatural, as in the show Supernatural. I didn't really care about hanging out with people. And now I kind of wish I hung out with people more, but, I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? To be fair, college is where a lot of people do that. Like, elementary is where you start that journey, and then high school is where you kind of just, like, do whatever. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years before you're not used to the real world. A NEET? The fuck is a NEET? Whatever. You trust me, right? Yeah, Sayori, totally. Don't me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that shit. Fuck. Yay! Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Dude, I kind of feel that though. I overthink a lot, so like I can get it. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. I felt that in high school for sure. Or just staring at the ceiling, just like, can I not be here? God damn, why am I here? Clubs. Ugh. Hey, I was in the club. I was in an art club. For the wrong reason, though. I was trying to get with a girl. It didn't work. Like, dead ass. I went to art club to try to get with a girl, and I mean, I used to be decent at certain art, but painting and stuff, nah, bro. Painting was my weakness. And, yeah, I did terrible. Sora wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice, but to start with the anime club, I have no choice, but I guess I'll start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. She's probably really cunning. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. To be fair, bro, if they were banning cupcakes, I'd do the same. I mean, bro, I like cupcakes. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. What's up, bitches? Just imagine. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Like, ah! Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Silas Hart. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Thanks. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of the cute. Fuck, I can't words. It's full of incredibly cute girls. Dude, don't be that much of a fucking incel. They're girls, not aliens. Like, yeah, they got jiggly jobs on their chest, but like, so what? You fucking weirdo. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Boobies. Look at them ghetto bitties. Yeah, no, she ain't got that. Funny enough, I did go back and start watching High School DxD again. I watched it way back in like middle school or high school because my buddy's brother got me into it. And I started watching it again like a few weeks ago. Kind of stopped watching it because I fell asleep through 90% of it. But, I remember the show being basically what it was. Pretty inappropriate and, still good show though. Has decent plot. And no, I'm not talking about the jiggly joms. Alright? That means boobs. I'm 22. That shit doesn't weird me out like they used to. Or make me all giddy like it used to. Natsuka. Huh. The girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuka is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's just petite, dude. Insanely petite. It's cool. She's not a lolly, so you're good. You're Gucci. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my you can just ignore her when she gets moody. She said that quietly in my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say that. Don't say things like that. I don't know what voice to give her. Hold on, maybe I'll go for like a raven. Okay, let me get into my raven. How does Raven's voice go? Like, oh my god. Don't say things like that. Sure, why not? Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, dude, you're fucking weird. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. You know why you're saying she's mature? I'm pointing at the screen. You know what I'm pointing at. Alright, that's why you're saying she looks more mature. Chill the fuck out. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? I don't think. That's right. It's great to see you again, Silas. I know you. Monica smiles sweetly. Don't be posing like that. Bitch, you're trying to make us start acting up. Shit. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Green eyes. Them were some really green eyes. Basically completely out of my league. Yeah, I feel that. There were some preppy girls. There was like 1 or 2 preppy girls who were into me in high school. And I was way out of my league. They were way out of my league. Plus, I was always stuck on the same person. Which was just bad. All around. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little weird. Yeah, you too, Monica. Yeah, I'm cool. I work out. What of it? Yeah, you see these +1 biceps? I feel like I just took a line from Jack. Fuck. Come sit down, Silas. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I think that's more her voice. If she's more timid, you know. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Oh, stretch. Ugh. Natsuka and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki, my bad, grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. I'm sorry, anytime I think of Yuri, I think of Yuri from MW3, the OG. Just saying. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. It's hard for me to relate with this character, that is our character, because I don't feel awkward in these situations like I used to. I mean, I have inside jokes of girls at work and shit. Like, I don't feel what this homie is feeling, so I can't relate. Now, if I played this back in the day, I probably could relate. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready, kids? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuka lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Hell yeah, I'll eat some kitty cupcakes. The whiskers are drawn of icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Hey, that's pretty creative. Like, dude, you get like S+++, since, you know, it's a Japanese game. And S+ is in the rankings. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. What the fuck was that? Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This... oh god, yeah. It's really good, Natsuki. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Have I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Did you make them for me? Am I special? Guys, I'm special. Look it. I'm special. Someone likes me now. You don't give a fuck? Shit. I thought you technically did, Sayori. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Shut up. But not for, you know, you dummy. Alright, chill. We good? We Gucci? I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Well, here's how you think of it, homie. She didn't make it specifically for you, or I guess me in this instance. She made it for the occasion of getting a new member. Stop being weird about it, you fucking dweeb. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Teachers allow you to do that? Don't worry. The teachers give... What was her voice again? Don't worry. The teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea really help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Bro, when I would read books in high school, I didn't get a chance to drink anything except for maybe a carton of milk while I was reading during lunch. So I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh, Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I admit that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and read might not be a pastime for me, but... tea and read might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I do personally like some tea. I've never had hot tea. I've always had just like, you know, the bottled shit. But I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I didn't. I was wanting to go in that anime club. Naruto all the way. You know, except for all the flashbacks to him being bullied. Naruto is weird. Great show though. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. No, that's fair. That is honestly fair. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Fair enough. That's not a bad dream, you know? Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I mean, I personally liked reading back in middle school, high school. Not so much elementary until I found Star Wars books in my library, but middle school, high school is where I read a lot. You know, I would read Percy Jackson. I don't remember the series, but it was like a Vietnam, World War II. In fact, it was a Vietnam series it was Vietnam, and it specifically covered 3 different characters that all went into Vietnam at the same time. Great books. Don't remember what they were called. I read Aragorn. I think I read bits of Lord of the Rings. But anyhow, let's get back to the game. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Yeah, it makes sense. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. So Silas, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I've never read... Well, actually, I take that back. I was going to say I've never read any manga, but I read, what's it called? Berserk. I read some Berserk, and I really like it. I want to get the rest of the books. So, I mean, I guess I've read a little manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuko's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I mean, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Hey man, if you're passionate about something, go for it. I'm passionate, me personally, I'm passionate about not necessarily games so much, but I'm passionate about my channel. I like making content for you guys. I'm passionate about music. I don't know how to play an instrument, but I'd love to learn. I have a guitar that I just need to bolt down and learn how to play. If for everyone unrelated to the game, going with what she said, if you're passionate about something, as long whether it be reading, video games, whatever you're passionate about, stick with that. Maybe it can get you somewhere someday. You never know. So, there's no harm in trying. If you're a really good artist, I'm not a really good artist, but honestly, if I would have practiced it and had my brother, which is an amazing artist, if I would have had my brother teach me stuff, and if I stuck with it, I probably could be good, but I just never stuck with it. I haven't drawn something in years. Probably maybe 2 years, 3 years. So, But yeah, just, if you're passionate about something, stick with it, man. Maybe it'll take you somewhere. But don't let your passion get in the way of important stuff, mind you. So, if you work, stuff like that. But, any chance you get, just work on it. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I knew people like that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of information, of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I like horror books. I read a horror book once, but I'm just gonna change I'm gonna do that a lot, guys. I'm gonna change dialogue to fit me personally, and I have read some horror books. I love horror, so I'm down with it. The Goosebump books, bro. I used to read those all the time. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. Dude, at work, I listen to the Stephen King's It, and I listened to Stephen King's It and a couple other horror books as well. So, at this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! No! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Series Siddles? Oh, is that supposed to be? I don't know what that word is. Sideless? Siddles? Please? What are you? Sayori slides. Let's go with slides. Yeah, because that's not what it says, but that's what works for me. Up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Oh, I beg to differ. Alright. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why? Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You might be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and it's shown even the deepest reaches of your heart. I personally do like writing. I used to write in high school as well. only when we had to, but when I did, I went all in. We had, so, story time, guys. So, in my, what was it, my second to last year, maybe my last year, something like that, of high school, my language teacher, I'm not going to say her name, but she had us have a journal type thing, right? And she would give us an assignment where we have to write anything. We could write anything. It could be a short story. It could be writing a list. It could be anything. We just had to write in it and turn it into her. And she said that she didn't care what we wrote as long as we wrote in it. And I think at first I want to say I mostly wrote about like just stuff I had to do, you know, kind of kept tabs on stuff. Then I started doing like little short stories here and there. And when I do it, I go hard on it because I used to be really, really into the language classes. I used to just be really good at it. My worst subject was math. My best was always like gym and any literature class because, except for like, well, you know, even with poetry, I hated doing poetry, but even when I did it, I made it work. Like in middle school, I remember my teacher there. I made a book about I made a poem about when my dog Sly, the namesake of my channel, when he, way back in the day when I was in elementary school, when he got hit by a motorcycle because my birth mom didn't put him on a leash when she let him outside, and there were dogs across the road, and he went sprinting, and then the motorcycle came and hit him. He was fine. He didn't break nothing like that. He was in pain, but he was all right. And I made my poem about that. It worked. And I sarcastically read it out loud, and that apparently was me reading it in a good tone or something. I don't know. My point being, I personally can relate to this game when it comes to the reading aspect and the writing aspect of stuff, because I used to write, hell, a few months ago I was writing a story of my own just because I was bored, and my Wi-Fi was out for a little bit, so, you know, I kind of relate. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. How far are we in the vid? 32 minutes? Okay. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I understand that though, man. It's not easy to read a story that you come up with. Especially if people are judging it and you care about that kind of thing. Not gonna lie, later in high school, towards the ending last couple of years, I didn't care about anything when it came to school. The last year, I didn't give a fuck. I slept through one of my classes. And the teacher knew I slept, but they didn't care because, I mean, I did my work, and I was good at my work, so who gave a shit? Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems! We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, words. I have an idea, everyone. Oh? Nani? Natsuka and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Yeah, see, she's a team player. High five! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Silas? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sari may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Yeah, they're all just staring at you. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Silas, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Fuck yeah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. I never had that back in high school. The most I had was, like, fist bumps, high fives, playing footsie, that kind of deal. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. I keep saying literature so quick that I stumble upon the word. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember, tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looked over at me once more. Silas, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Silas, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. I mean, yeah, I would. If I had a friend, whether it be girl, whatever, guy, girl, whatever, and I got a chance to walk them home, hell yeah. I rode the bus, so I didn't get that, but I would have loved to do some shit like that. Because then that gives you time to just choke. That's a different thing. That just gives you time to talk, walk, you know, joke around and shit. So, you know, yeah, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuka, Yui, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a lit club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Suppose so. Oh, hell yeah, listen to these jams. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. Oh yeah, so I think it's funny. Wait, how do I access the... Okay, that's how I access that. I think it's funny to do this. You literally don't write what you're into. You write what someone else is into. It's neat. But I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. Hey, all this readings make me lightheaded, and I'm being dead ass. It's because I'm dehydrated. But I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Let me know what you guys think of me playing this, because most of the games I play are shooters or horror. Well, not horror necessarily, but I play mostly combat-oriented games. So me going from that to this is something different. But I want to do something different, and I just bought this game because it was on sale, and I've always wanted to play it. So. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you all have a fantastic day, night, morning, whatever it may be. With that, have a great day. Peace.